So, 6th place in last year's Constructors' Championship was the Sauber-run Alfa Romeo team's best result for a decade and raised hopes of continued progression ahead of Audi's arrival in 2026 when they will become a works operation. But that hasn't transpired this year, with the Swiss team down in 9th and struggling to get on terms with their midfield rivals. They've scored in 4 races, one more than rivals Williams and Haas, but they have been lower scores, leaving them 2 points adrift of the duo. The C43 has had a few peaks over one lap, with Zhou qualifying a superb 5th in Hungary, but it has largely been erratic. On Sunday afternoons, the long-run pace hasn't been consistent enough, in part because they haven't been able to keep up with their rivals in the development race, or they've made too many mistakes, either operationally or with regards to production. The first part of the season, the performance of the team was not so good, but to Alfa Romeo's credit, they cannot compare last year to this year since the championship is much more competitive. In 210s, we have 8 cars. If Alfa can find this extra performance, they can be ahead of nearly 4 teams. If they make some mistake or they do not execute well, they are at the back. Upgrades trigger a lot of differences. They introduced an upgrade in Monaco, which allowed them to score points in Spain and Canada. It is important to have continued development to bring upgrades that can improve the performance. The upgrade brought to Silverstone, which included tweaks to the floor, plus rear suspension covers and rear brake ducts, has not delivered as much performance as hoped, with rivals including McLaren and Williams making bigger steps with their new parts. There's more to come, with upgrades planned for Zandvoort and Monza, plus a bigger package aimed at Suzuka. But these need to deliver chunks of performance if the team are to make progress in the standings. Alfa Romeo have admitted that they won't stop developing this year's car. To develop this car throughout the season doesn't penalize the team for the following year's project because they learn each time they bring new parts. It helps develop the concept and project of next year's car. This season has been something of a reality check for Alfa Romeo. They've been leapfrogged by Aston Martin and McLaren, who have far superior packages this year, with the likes of Williams and Haas doing a better job of taking their opportunities on tracks that suit their respective packages. While they have a decent facility, with the wind tunnel that remains one of the best in F1 and a recently installed state-of-the-art simulator, there are a significant number of areas that need heavy updating after years of underinvestment. This is what new CEO André Seidel is working on, the former McLaren boss spending most of his time at the factory identifying what needs work and then setting about diverting resources. This will take time as the team have one of the smallest budgets on the grid and are operating well below the cost cap. Alfa Romeo will leave the team at the end of this year, and while they don't contribute huge sums to the budget, those funds will need to be replaced. Recruitment is also a huge focus. With a headcount of 550, they have a staff around half that of the top teams and several hundred fewer than their midfield rivals. James Key joins in September, having parted ways at McLaren to head up the technical department. In tandem with Seidel, with whom he worked at McLaren, the duo have been on a recruitment drive, attracting a host of senior staff from rival teams in position below heads of department. If they are to compete in the medium to long term, Seidel knows that they need quality staff and to boost volume. It's why this season and the next 2 will be something of a transition period for the team, with Seidel charged with managing the growth and improvements efficiently ahead of Audi's name being put above the door come 2026. He has experience working with big German manufacturers, having overseen Porsche's LMP1 successes in the World Endurance Championship and Le Mans 24 Hours, as well as a long stint with BMW Motorsport from 2000 and 2006. It is believed Audi have given him the freedom and support to lead the project with minimal interference. If that proves to be the case, his past successes, including revitalizing McLaren, puts the project in a strong position. But that experience has also shown him that progress will take time. James Vowles has said it will take Williams at least 5 years to bring the infrastructure up to standard. Sources say Sauber feels it will take them around the same time too. Regarding the drivers, it seems likely the lineup will remain unchanged for 2024, with Valtteri Bottas having a contract into next season and Zhou Guanyu in talks regarding an extension for a third campaign with the team. Alfa Romeo's target is to keep both drivers in the team next year, but of course, there must be all the elements in place to have a win-win situation. Zhou has stepped up his game this season. For the most part, he's been on par with Bottas in terms of pure performance over both one lap and race pace, and at times has been the quicker of the two drivers. They've both scored twice, with Bottas edging the battle 5 points to 4. The team has been impressed by Zhou's growth and have already started talks about a renewal, but they still expect more. Alfa Romeo wants to see another step from Zhou. It's difficult from outside to assess a driver's performance, as it also depends on the technical package. But in terms of technical understanding of the car, it's always been good. Now he has a more comprehensive approach, has good dialogue in all areas with the engineers, and his contribution in the simulator is becoming high level. What Alfa wants from both drivers is consistency from one race to another. What they expect from Zhou is that he will be consistently close to Q3 at each race, regardless of the conditions. Zhou definitely cuts a more confident and relaxed figure this season, the Chinese racer having gained a year's worth of experience that is helping him arrive at a race weekend better prepared. Everything is quite new at the beginning of your rookie season, but in your second season, when you start, you feel much more involved. You have more knowledge of F1, you feel more comfortable pushing the car over one lap, pushing the tire, controlling more your racecraft to be able to attack the target you want to hit every lap. So both Zhou and the team are very much a work in progress right now and aiming to become a well-oiled team in time for the Audi takeover. If you enjoyed this video, then a sub to the channel would be amazing. Now check out this video or this one down here.